Hello again, viewers. Welcome to today's special video. Today, we will look at an unusual RPG that was so bizarre that, despite not breaching the global market, it is now gaining a cult following as a hidden gem. This is the story of Linda³'. Before we begin, I would like to ask everyone watching to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to always get the latest Marvelous Gamers videos. Let's begin! The bizarre plot and premise of Linda3. Linda³ is set on the fictional planet Neo-Kenya, which faces an unavoidable, catastrophic impact from a giant asteroid known as the Grim Reaper. Scientists predict the inevitable apocalypse is only 8 years away. Suddenly, an ark falls from the sky, a Hail Mary sent from God to rescue the planet's existing life forms. The game's main characters are the young hunter Ken and his girlfriend Linda, who have the Herculean task of tracking and capturing a male and female of numerous animals and delivering them to the ark. The game's writer, Masuda Shoji, exhausted from the conventional Japanese RPGs, which rewarded efficiency and power accumulation, set out making Linda³ with 3 iron rules. The protagonist is not a warrior, there is no enemy that will be a threat to the world, and you can't stop the destruction of the planet. There is no reward for killing animals, not even XP. The objective is not to defeat foes, but to procure viable specimens, meaning players must rely on the precise application of tools and careful, restrained combat. It transformed the biblical Noah's Ark metaphor from a symbol of divine rescue into a pragmatic culling process dictated by strict quotas. Why Linda never left Japan? The game had a lot of rhetorical dialogue, including a dense writing style unique to the Japanese writing system. You couldn't simply read the text, you had to understand the subtext and context. This culturally embedded dialogue for world building served as a massive barrier to international distribution, keeping the game a cult classic, confined only to the Japanese markets for almost 30 years. Psychedelic vibes, art, and Tatsuyuki Tanaka, Cannabis. Linda³'s overall aesthetic can be described as a biological steampunk drawing parallels with the anime Akira due to the involvement of character designer Tatsuyuki Tanaka, also known as Cannabis, who provided the perfect visual language to articulate Masuda's bold themes. Its design strategically emphasizes the intense beauty and reality of nature and blends mechanical elements with organic, visceral mutation, mirroring the narrative's focus on bodily change and ecological trauma. Fun fact: the developers actually created over 200 unique monster designs. Gameplay: hunting, collecting, and surviving the apocalypse. The gameplay can best be described as a cross between Pokemon and Monster Hunter, though Linda³ came out before both of them. The game was completely open world, and you could go to any city. The survival simulation focused on biological realism, seasonal timing, and resource management. Many species only emerge during specific seasons or when you're strategically camped at designated locations. The NPCs of the game conceal rumors and legends about the locations and habits of obscure animals, which you must elicit via general dialogue and world building. As you only have 8 years to catch all the animals and escape from the planet, as your timer starts to run out, you start to see the planet shift over time, cities emptying into full-on ghost towns. You can tame, craft, and butcher your captured animals for companions, armor, and meat, respectively, as well. There are alternate timelines, or scenarios in the game. 3 to be exact. The planet gets destroyed in each instance, but in each scenario, the endings are mostly emotionally wrenching, with the first 2 ending in a very dark and twisted manner, while the third is considered the best one. Violence, politics, and controversial content. Linda³ was actually the first title in Japan to be branded with the red triangle symbol as a warning about violent expressions in the game, and the PC Engine CD version was officially restricted to 18+ users only. While there's no explicit sex scenes in the game, there are a lot of dialogue and jokes about sex. Masuda's philosophical direction and pagan-tic worldview, which accepted male gods and female gods, was the driving force behind the game's controversial narratives. The game also featured violence against animals, body horror, and political machinations. The PlayStation 1 remake of the game, Linda, had to be censored, with toned-down graphic violence and some altered monster designs compared to the original PC Engine CD version. Legacy, cult status, and fan efforts. Linda³ is frequently cited as one of the most bizarre JRPGs ever created. The game's dedicated fan community took approximately 10 years of strenuous effort to release an English fan translation of the PlayStation version, which struck a tenuous balance between portraying the extremely complex rhetorical density of the game while faithfully rendering the gravity of its sensitive subjects like politics, violence, body horror, and sex. This was considered a monumental event in the niche community. Marvelous verdict. Linda³ is a powerful statement about creative freedom and thematic complexity. It can be easily considered Shoji Masuda's most ambitious project, and while it was not a game that reached universal acclaim, it was unapologetic in its messaging and innovative in its gameplay, evidenced by its enduring cult status. What were your thoughts on it? Care to give it a whirl? That's been our video for today. If you haven't already, please like, share, and comment on the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be the first to be notified of all things marvelous. Thanks, goodbye.